I hate my life. I literally cut those tags off this hoodie under 3 minutes ago. And I've already got ink and grease and 3 stains within 2 minutes. I can't even wear this. I wouldn't even want to wear this out now. I totally destroyed it under 5 minutes. Story of my life. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. I'm Doug. I wreck everything. So I am finally in a position that I can shoot a video in my little man cave makeover. It was pretty bad. This basement was trashed. I'll do a whole video about that, but it is coming along nicely. I have got it at least where I can shoot a video down here and not be embarrassed. And this is all temporary until my regular stuff comes. As far as furniture, I have a bunch of big rollaway toolboxes and tables that I'm going to line these walls with. But for now, I have a little temporary shop set up. It's going to be a while. It's going to take almost a year for everything to be ready. So I set up a temporary little workstation and stuff. Going back to my roots, I used to woodwork as a kid. I'm going to try and rebuild my old table saw that I got in 1999. And literally when I got this was like the top of the line. There was only maybe 1 or 2 other brands to get. There was like a Porter Cable and a Delta. And maybe, I don't even think the Walt was around yet. You know what I mean? It was so long ago that there was hardly any other choices. And this was the top of the line. This was like a Cadillac of table saws for a homeowner DIYer type. It's been sitting in my garage rusting. I'm gonna take it all apart and clean it up. Hopefully it's not smoked and maybe no good. I have a sweet little painting and staining and assembly area set up. It's gigantic. It probably doesn't look it in the picture, but it's like 15 feet wide. And I've just been like painting and staining and doing all my slop work over here, which I actually enjoy it. It's been the best part of it is now I can relax a little and experiment with different colors and different looks. I have a bunch of boards to polyurethane and stuff like that. This is a nice oak board. It's a pretty big one too. This is a grade A pine. Usually grade A doesn't have any knots in it. You may get a knot, maybe like 1 in grade A pine. And this one is a poplar. And this one is a B grade pine. And this one's gonna have a bunch of knots because it is a B grade. I've got like a ton of lumber. Lumber's super expensive. I don't know, tour. I had scored a sweet deal, so I was going to build a shed. I've always wanted one of these, and they're pretty expensive. I was at Lowe's, and they had that. This probably lower end router and router table. There's a router down there that you can disconnect and use by hand. And this Porter Cable scroll saw, it's a 20-inch variable speed scroll saw with stand. They had that in a package. So it was this, that, and the chop saw. This is a 12-inch dual bevel sliding miter saw, fairly expensive, for $500 for all 3. So I was at Lowe's buying some stuff, and I jumped on my phone and priced them, and this alone was over $500. So I jumped on it. I took the deal. Yep. I've always wanted one of these. So growing up, my best friend's dad had a real sweet one. And I can't explain it, but I've always wanted one, and I sort of somehow feel complete now that I own one. It's the weirdest thing. I can't explain it. But anyway, this thing is sweet. Variable speed, quiet, smooth. It's got light, air, a lot of bells and whistles. It's so smooth and quiet. Oh, I love it, love it. Table bevels, it's got all the bells and whistles. Look at this thing. So I have a dust collection set up, and you may or may not know, you don't want to just hook your shop vac directly up to your equipment, because the sawdust will immediately clog the filters and we'll start shooting the sawdust right out of the back of the shop vac. So you need something of a middleman to get the fine dust, and I'll do a video about that. What else? So I have all my pellet guns and BB guns up on display before the ATF comes and kicks my door down. Yeah, don't get too excited. And that's gonna fall. My Ryobi Band Saw that I got the same day as that table saw, 1999. I rarely ever use it. It's had pieces in plastic that have just degraded and fell apart because it's so old. And I may actually invest in a new one at some point, but it's so small. It's such a little guy. It does still work. It still has the original blade. This also has a little dust collection port. And you know, one really nice thing, this rigid vacuum came with a car cleaning kit, and it had its own little hose. And this hose fits in like everything for dust collection. It is so cool. It is so cool. It is just like perfect for a lot of stuff. I don't know if it was meant to be that way or what not. But yeah. What else? I had to have this. I was going to use it as a little sharpener. 80 something bucks off Amazon. You could put a leather strap on it and stuff. It's got a sanding disc. My big old 12-inch Wen drill press. This was their top of the line, best drill press they pretty much made. Heavy as all hell. I mean, it is a bench top, but it's basically a floor drill press, but shortened. Variable speed, it's real sweet. Oscillating spindle sander. This thing's okay. It's a little loud, but pretty cool, pretty cool. A storehouse for my remodel. Oh, my crap. Got a tool haul coming up. I got a lot of really sweet stuff to review. I've had some crazy things happening with Amazon. They keep sending me stuff that I like didn't order. It's the weirdest thing. I have a whole story about this sander. I've been using this thing. I also got this in the late 90s. The only one I've ever had. I've kind of always wanted this thing. I go to Home Depot to buy some lumber, and I was going to buy this, and everything there's locked up. So there's literally 4 people following me around Home Depot, making sure I don't shoplift. And I'm standing there for like 45 minutes, and I cannot get anybody to help me with this purchase. So I finally left, and I came home, and I went on Amazon, and I ordered it. And they sent 2 of them. And I checked my charge, and they didn't charge me for 2 of them. So, and generally Amazon does not ask you to send stuff back if they make a mistake, and they haven't yet. I did tell them. I told them. And then also this, I had ordered something completely different, and they sent the wrong thing, and they did not ask me to send this back. It is a coil roofing nailer, which I have absolutely no use for. I had ordered a 18 gauge brad nailer, battery powered brad nailer, and then this thing shows up which is probably 3 times as expensive as the brad nailer. So that was weird. I've always wanted a battery powered nail shooters, so I picked up a bunch of them. I still have more coming. This isn't even all of them. 16 gauge straight finish nailer, incredibly powerful. That thing is a beast. I haven't even really messed with this. It is gigantic. That is a 21-degree framing nailer. It shoots those framing nails. That is a crown stapler, which is good for like assembly and small stuff. It uses these really heavy-duty little staples. I like rigid stuff. I do have quite a bit of stuff. Variable speed belt sander, the battery-powered air compressor. But I gotta get my butt to work. Running a little late. My crazy workbench. This thing is incredible. I've been super happy with this. Unistrut workbench. I had to pause it, sorry. You had the old Unistrut workbench. 72 inches long, 24 inches wide. 3/4 inch oak boards that were bound for the dumpster. I'll do a whole video about that thing. It's so cool. Loving it. Loving it. What else did I want to get into? The slat walls. So I have got 2 different kinds of these slat walls. I've always really liked the way they looked. So you have there's a few different kinds of pegboard. There's like, you know, your standard pegboard. This is the step up, the wall control pegboard. And step up from that, the slat wall. And the white ones in the back are actual pro slat, which are like $200 a panel. And these are the MDF 4x8 plywood sheet sized, heavy as all hell. They were like 70 bucks each compared to those stupid slat walls. And I like these better. The slat walls are not as good. I don't like them as much. I don't like them as much. And also, you can put color inserts in these ones. I've been kind of experimenting with different colors to see what I like. I've got some black, red, and blue. I haven't finished them yet. And you can't put those in the slat wall or in the pro slat. They only fit in the generic slat wall. It's kind of strange. But I was excited. I wanted to put some colored inserts in there, and they don't fit. They don't fit in the slat wall. So anyway, off to work. I'll be making some videos real soon. I got a bunch of stuff to video. I'm gonna do my little whole rebuild down here. But anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.